everybody, and welcome to today's PE lesson. We are going to be working on your throwing today. Your three learning objectives are: for your head learning objective, I would like you to tell a grown-up or a sibling, or write down if you can, how many different throws or passes can you think of. Your heart learning objective is determination today, and your hands learning objective is to develop accuracy when throwing with different objects. Okay, so the equipment you will need today, I'm going to use various equipment from around the house. I've got different teddies, a rolled up pair of socks, a small squishy ball, some screwed up paper, and then for your targets you're going to need some boxes or a bucket. I'm going to use this is what I use as a toy box, a little basket I've got. I've also got a shoe box, okay, and if you haven't got any of these, you could use a mop bucket, or you could get some pieces of paper and just have them flat on the floor to throw onto. Okay, I'm going to give you a few minutes to get your equipment. Okay, hopefully you've got some equipment that you can use. So your first activity is using your teddies or your socks or your screwed up paper is to try and throw it at or into the target. So I'm going to start with my biggest teddy. Using two hands, okay, I'm going to attempt to throw the bunny into the target. Yes. And my next one, using two hands again. I've got to judge the distance. Fantastic. And last one is the socks. Yes, all three. Okay, so that's your first activity. To make that harder or easier, depending on how you're finding it, you could move the target further away or closer to you. If you could go and have a go at this activity, I'll be back soon with the next one. Okay, now you've had a go at using two hands. For your next activity, you'll be using one hand, and I suggest you use the hand that you write with. I've also changed the target up just to show you the different bits of equipment you can use around home. So I've got a bit of paper that I've placed flat on the floor, and I'm going to be aiming to throw the teddies and socks, etc. at the paper on the floor. Okay, so first one, using one hand, doing an underarm throw. Okay, I'm going to attempt to land the teddy onto the paper. Oh, fantastic. Next one then. Brilliant. Another one. Yes. And lastly, the socks. Remember to judge the distance. Fantastic. Remember, if you want to make it harder, move the target further away. If you need to make it easier, bring it closer. Okay, if you want to have a go at activity 2, using the hand you write with for an underarm one-handed throw. Okay, so for your last activity then, I would suggest you would need 3 different bits of paper. I have written the number 5 on one, 10 on the next, and 20 on the last one. If you haven't got paper but you have buckets or boxes that you can throw on, can you try and find 3 different sizes? Okay, so my paper with the number 5 on it, I'm going to place it closest to me. The one with the 10 is going to be slightly further back. And then finally, the one with 20 on it is going to be even further back. I am going to attempt to throw my teddies and socks at whichever target I choose to. If I land on the 5, I get 5 points. If I land on a 10, 10 points, and 20, I get 20 points. So your task is to see what points you can get. Okay, I'm going to start off with the middle one. I think I'm going to go for 10. Yes! 10 points. Okay, next Teddy. Oh, I'm going to be brave. I'm going to go for 20. Yes! Okay, next one. I'm going to go 5. Yes. And then last one is the socks. I'm going to be brave again and go for 20. Yes, okay. So now I add up my score. I got 2 20s, a 10 and a 5. So I add it all up to make my score. What is the highest score you can get? I would suggest using your strongest hand, the one that you write with, or if you find it easier, throw with 2. To make it harder, you could have a go at using your weakest hand, so the hand you don't write with, but I would suggest having a go using the way you feel comfortable throwing to start with. Have a go, see what points you can get. That is the last activity for today, but I will leave you with a question to think about at the end of your activity, which is which sports involve throwing for accuracy? How many sports can you think of? An example would be basketball. Which other examples can you think of? Have a lovely day. See you soon.